All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you a strategy that can really allow you to be able to earn some incredible income. We're talking about being able to start with a modest amount, and I'm going to show you different amounts from if you started only with, say, $1,000 and up, how quickly that you could earn $1 million. In fact, this is a strategy that I'm actively practicing, I'm actively doing, I'm actively investing with myself. I'm going to explain to you what that is in case you don't know if you're new to the channel. And even if you're not new to the channel, you may wonder why I make some of the decisions that I make. And I'm going to show you in this video my current projections on what's actually possible. And then I'm going to show you some conservative projections as well. Like if things don't go exactly according to plan, it still works out pretty well. But best case scenario, this strategy gets you to $1 million net worth in a liquid net worth in cryptocurrency. But at the same time, not do you only have $1 million net worth, but you're also able to produce a passive income year after year of around $500,000 per year, $400,000 to $500,000 per year, conservatively at that point, even $300,000. But who cares if you have a $1 million liquid net worth and you're making $300,000 or $400,000? For most people are going to be completely satisfied with that. And I'm going to show you in this video how I do that, or how I plan to be able to do something similar to that with cryptocurrency. Now, I previously did a video that's getting a lot of views on my channel, and I showed how if you had $1,000, how you could invest in Ethereum and essentially stack Ethereum, compound Ethereum on Ethereum, and get to $1 million net worth starting with only $1,000. And if you want to see that video, I'll try to remember to put it up in the cards. I'll put it down in the description down below. I mean, down in the the description down below. But here's the challenge with that strategy. There's a couple of challenges. Two is, what if Ethereum doesn't perform as well? Even though we tried to use historical measurements, we tried to take out the best earning years of the past 7 years. The past 9 years, I took out the two best performing years, and I tried to make a relatively conservative projection in that video. But even if that strategy works, the challenge is, in order for you to earn any income off of that $1 million, basically you're either going to have to borrow against your Ethereum, which means you can put that stack at risk of liquidation potentially, or you would have to ultimately just sell your Ethereum. Now, this is why I love sort of passive income strategies or semi-passive income strategy. The strategy I'm going to show you here in a moment is very semi-passive. Like, I spend probably less than 15 minutes total on any given day, and some days I don't spend any time on it. And I'm still able to earn pretty good returns. At least that's my goal. That's my hope based on the projections that I'm going to show you in this video. Now, full transparency, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a very biased, enthusiastic cryptocurrency YouTuber. I believe this technology is going to transform the world. I love earning passive income, and I love cryptocurrency. And if you love those things, do me a favor and smash that like button. And if you like this content, be sure to subscribe. And if you don't want to subscribe, hopefully by the end of the video, I will have earned your subscribe. Now, this video is meant to be a little bit of source of inspiration, and I'm going to show you full details, full transparency, everything I can in this video. But keep in mind, this is still a projection. And projections are just that, projections. They're a goal to shoot for. It's something to monitor, something to track. And of course, on my channel, I'm going to show you towards the end of the video how I'm sort of verifying my results with this strategy. And the strategy that I'm using is really just kind of a one-part strategy. I'm going to sort of give you a bonus towards the end where it takes this entire thing sort of to the next level. So let's go ahead and get into this. What are we talking about? Well, if you've been following my channel at all for a while, you know that I sell options on the newly branded Derive platform. So Derive, I'll put a link in the description. They don't sponsor this channel. I just use this platform. Derive is a platform where they are doing some extraordinary things with DeFi. They're trying to take decentralized finance to the next level. They are probably the best decentralized options trading platform that exists currently in the crypto space of any that I'm aware of, meaning they're not a centralized entity per se. They are doing options on a blockchain for simple explanations. So now I'm not going to go into full detail what this platform is. I'm just going to show you this strategy. So with this strategy, I currently, if you come here to actually come to home, I have about over $20,000 in collateral, and I'm going to do this evenly. We're going to say that we're at $20,000 by the first of the month, which we're almost there. And then I'm going to go from there with my projection. So when I am selling options, just so you know, my goal is to earn about 1 to 1.25% per week selling options. So it comes out to about 4 to 6% per month, ideally, is what we're looking for. And the thing is about selling options is you can sort of figure out what you're going to earn beforehand. Because, for example, you come over here, let's just say I want to sell a put option and I'm going to go roughly a week out. I could come here and I could go a week out and I could come down here and look for something that's going to pay about 1%. Well, this one's going to pay almost 2% because it's going to require me to put some collateral up to secure that option. I don't have any collateral right now, but just to show you, it would require me, it's not going to show it because I don't have any collateral available. But let's just say it's, oh, that's because I have several options there already. Let's go out here so you can just, let's see, come here. I just want to give you an example. So there we go. So this would take, oh, no, oh, there, here we go. It would take about $330 in margin, and this is going to be about 2 weeks out, and I would get $7.70. Now, I wouldn't use this because that's not quite 2%, and I want about 1% to 1.25% per week. That's my goal. So so once you understand that, like, you know about what you're going to be able to earn on that position. And I'm going to have a 95% chance of this trade working out in my favor because I can see the delta's 5. And so that's roughly, the inverse relationship of that is 95%, and that means I'd have about a 95% chance that this trade is going to work in my favor. Now, I'm not trying to go in all the full details of what options trading is and how it works. I just want you to understand loosely what I'm doing. If you want to watch my full series as I'm, selling options, you can watch that series on my channel. I'll try to link it above in the cards. But let me just show you the rate of return that we're looking for. So we're looking for, I got 20,000 right here, $20,000. We're looking at 1.25% weekly. That's our goal over the 1 year. No additional deposits, which you all know that I do add to my account periodically. But we're saying no additional deposits. So we'll be a little bit conservative there. And we're going to calculate the earnings. It's already done for us, I believe. Oh, there it is. Right here, that's going to take us to a total earnings of $17,665 with an initial balance of $20,000. So we have, after 1 year, our account will be $37,665 after 1 year. Now, after 2 years, watch this. Calculate. That basically, we started the second year at 37,000, and we are going to end up with a total of $70,000 in year 2. And by the way, you can kind of see that down here. One way to do it, let me convert this to yearly. So the first year, ended up with a total of 37,665. We start the year out 33,268. And then what we end up doing is, I'm not sure the difference there, by the way. I'm not sure how that's a difference. But the interest amount, we ended up with $33,268. At the end of the year, earning 1.25% per week, we end up with $50,000, $50,933. Now, you're like, that's a long ways from $1 million. Yes, but we're talking about compound interest. So let's go 3 years. And the thing that people don't understand, they're too busy looking, and many times in crypto, they're looking for, this overnight 10x or this overnight 100x. But listen, because we're earning 1.25% per week compounded, that ends up being 88% return. That's massive. So in a 3-year period, we start with, the $20,000. We earn $17,000 in interest. We end up with a total of $37,600. Then we end up, the interest was $33,000. So we end up with a total of earning $50,000 the next year for a total of $70,000. And here's the interest, of course. Then the following year, we end up with more interest, so we have a total of $133,000. So this is basically, we're earning 88%, 88%, 88%. And again, it's compound interest. So one thing about compound interest is it starts to pick up. So let's go to 4 years. See how it's picking up? Let's go to 5 years. It just gets steeper and steeper. That's the benefit of compound interest. Look at the chart. 20,000 becomes 37,000, becomes 70,000, becomes 133, becomes 251. Again, because we're earning 88.33% every year. 251 becomes 473,000. And then at 6 years, we're 892,000. 6 years, 1 month. Where are we at? 6 years, 2 months. Oh, there we go. 6 years, 3 months should get us to $1 million. Now, here's the thing. That's 6 years, 2 months. We're at $1 million. Now, it says that we're earning 88%, but that means by the next year, we would end up making like 800 and something thousand dollars. However, that's assuming that we don't withdraw anything to the end of the year. At this point, I would probably be withdrawing, like every month. And so I would actually end up with about 1.25% weekly. So I'd probably end up somewhere at around what, 50, 60,000, 500 to 600,000 in this scenario. Now that's assuming we can do 1.25% every week. But let's just say that we start at $10,000, which is half of what I have now. And of course, I'm adding some every single month. That would take us to $500,000 in 6 years. In 7 years, we're there. Let's do 7 years and 5 months. There we go. 7 years and 5 months, starting with $10,000 using this strategy. But wealth, you're not making 1.25%. Well, that's the goal. I may when it's over with, but let's just say that I only do 1%, which would be 4% a month. And again, in crypto, sometimes 4% a month sounds like nothing. But you calculate that out at starting with only $10,000, and in 8 years, 9 years, 9 years, that's $1.2 million. Let's see if we can make it even 9 years. 9 years and 2 months. There we go. $1 million, 9 years and 2 months. And again, we're still going to be making like that $400,000 to $500,000 per year, and it's completely liquid in USD value at this point. Now, if you started only with 1,000, of course I started with 20,000, and you only earned 1%, then let's see where you'd be at. In 9 years, this is 1% a week, starting only with $1,000. So let's go to 11 years. Where would we be at? 213 years. 14. Oh, too many. 13. 6. 13 years, 6 months. 8 months. There you go, $1 million, 13 years, 8 months. If you started with $1,000 and you never added anything else to it. Of course, these are just projections. These are saying that you can earn 1% per week, which I think is currently in crypto options, long term, I think is pretty viable. But let's just say, I'm starting with $20,000 right now. And I'm obviously going to be adding $5,000 to $10,000 to that every single year, no matter what it grows to. But let's just say, and I got a bonus to show you here in a moment. But let's just say I start with $20,000, and let's just say that I only get, let's say 3%, and we'll say it doesn't just for simplicity's sake, it doesn't compound weekly, compounds monthly. And let's just calculate what I would earn in, say, 8 years. Would it take 8 years? I have no idea. 8 years, compounding 3% monthly. Let's go 9 years, 10 years, 12. Oh, too many. 11. Okay, there we go. 11 years, 2 months. That's if I only get 3%. That's only earning 40% yearly compounded. Now I'm telling you right now, at this moment in crypto options over a 12-month period, I would be fine if I had 40%, by the way. I would totally be fine. 11 years, 40%. Now, here's where the bonus strategy comes in. Well, a couple things. First of all, I'm probably going to be earning more than 3% a month. I feel pretty confident of that. Maybe after taxes, I end up landing around 3% per month because I didn't include taxes in this. But that means I'm netting 40% per year compounded. This is the benefit of options. I absolutely love this strategy. I believe this is a fairly realistic. And to be honest with you, I may be listen, truly, I might be okay earning in USD value 30, 35% a year. But I think this is going to be about that 40% conservatively. That's what I should do in the course of a year. And I right now think I may do better than that. And why is this? Because crypto options are so volatile. Those of you that are familiar with like options on the SPY 500, SPY, the SP 500 index, what you'll understand is that option pricing is based on volatility. Crypto is incredibly, incredibly volatile. So the potential returns are sky high. Now, here's what's crazy. This isn't the highest earnings you can get The highest possible earnings based on history is probably holding the underlying asset, Ethereum. But as I told you earlier, the problem with that, and I'm going to get to the bonus strategy here in a moment, the problem with holding Ethereum exclusively is that if you hold Ethereum exclusively, then you don't earn any passive income. You get to $1 million in Ethereum, you can basically have to sell a very high appreciating asset. That's what, meaning I'm bullish on Ethereum. You may not be bullish on Ethereum, but this would work if you were bullish on Solana, if you're bullish on Tron, if you're bullish on some meme coin. This strategy could still work, this bonus strategy. And what that strategy is essentially what you do is at the end of the month, you look at your earnings. So let's just come here to, just for, giggle's sake, let's just get here to 4% a month. And let's just go to 1 month. So 4% a month at 1 month, calculate, I'll earn $800. $800 at 4% a month. What this strategy is what you would do is at the end of the month, you would come over here and you would look at something like Ethereum and you'd say, okay, we're at the end of the month. Let's look at what Ethereum's done in the past month. And you'd say, okay, so Ethereum has went down in the past month. This isn't going to work really well. Let me go to CoinMarketCap. That might work better. Here, let's go here. So you say, okay, 1 month. Ethereum's down 24% this month. That's good. So what I could do is take, instead of reinvesting this $800 in, I could withdraw it or leave it in the platform. You can invest in Ethereum through the platform, through their yield function. But it's essentially take this $800 and invest it into Ethereum, buy Ethereum. So I could withdraw it on the platform. I could do it through the platform, but I could invest that $800 into Ethereum because Ethereum's down for the month. And if Ethereum wasn't down for the month, then I keep it in and I just keep going. So we'll go 2 months in, calculate. We'll go 3 months in, calculate. At this point, you're at $22,000. So $22,000. This is sort of a combo strategy. $497, 1% for 1 month. That month, oh, that's not it. I think there's a zero there, I think. So for that month, you made $998. What you would do is you would come over and you would look and you say, hey, is Ethereum down, say, more than 5 or 10% this month? Because if it is, and it's off of all-time highs, then most of us realize that buying it today is a discount off the all-time highs, and we think it's going to go higher than the all-time highs. And I may do a whole nother video if you want me to on my predictions for the ultimate price for Ethereum, because I think it's way higher than this. Way higher. I think it's more than 10x higher than this. But if you believe that and you can buy it at a 23%, 24% discount over the previous month, then what you can do is you can, instead of reinvesting, you can be like, oh, let me withdraw this $998 and let me use that to buy Ethereum because Ethereum price is going up. Now what you end up doing is, the previous video, you're using both strategies. You're using sort of the nearly passive income strategy of selling options, plus at the same time, you're going to go use the other strategy of being able to take advantage of the price appreciation of Ethereum. Now, I showed it with Ethereum, but the truth is you could do it with a lot of different cryptocurrencies as well. If you have any questions, put them down below. Hopefully this has been a little source of inspiration for you. Here's the thing, please be careful. All too often, this strategy, if you're young and you're like in your 20s, you're like, oh, I got to wait 11 years to become a millionaire. But I promise you, there are plenty of people in their 40s and 50s. They've watched 11 years go by a couple of times in their life, and they still aren't holding a liquid $1 million net worth. And they wish they would have done something like this, even if it would have worked 50% of the way there, and they're sitting on $500,000. Some of them, if it had worked 25% of the way, and they're sitting on $250,000 liquid, they would be thrilled. They would be absolutely thrilled. Never mind the fact that using this strategy, $250,000 liquid is still going to probably net you $80,000 to $100,000 a year in income. For some people, they could support themselves off of trading options using this strategy in some cases. So now, of course, this is based off of various projections and whatnot, and this is in no way, shape, or form a guarantee, but I believe, based off my biased opinions, that this is somewhat accurate. And I believe there's it's accurate enough for me to actually do it with a portion of my portfolio. No, I'm invested in other things outside of crypto. Don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying I'm all in here, yada, yada, yada. I've only have $20,000. I have much more than that, obviously, in traditional stocks and real estate investments and developments and everything else. But this $20,000, I am impatient to see it grow because I'm excited. It's one of the most exciting parts of my portfolio. I have a lot of fun doing this. Is why I create content on this channel. In part, it's a little bit less about views and it's more about what I'm excited about, and finding people who are equally excited about being able to earn a passive income or a semi-passive income with cryptocurrency that allows us to withdraw some of the gains, not be at risk as much to the volatility of the market, and not be at risk of impermanent loss, but at the same time be able to earn gains that we can either reinvest or withdraw and redeploy somewhere else, like into Ethereum or Bitcoin or Solana or Tron or what other meme coin you want to invest in. And at the end of the day, now you have a source of diversification. You got your long-term HODL bag growing. And if you saw my previous video where I was talking about turning $1,000 into $1 million, I even show you how I'm able to earn additional returns through potential airdrops, through compounding of staking Ethereum, and all of that. You can go ahead and watch that video. I'll put it on your end screen. Hopefully this has made sense to you. If you have any questions, put it down below. And if you like this type of content, do me a favor. Hopefully I've earned your subscription. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.